and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about
are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance. Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Everything Simulated builds exceptional, high-end racing simulators, rather than manufacturing budget consumer parts. They are a premium Australian custom integrator that sources professional-grade hardware and delivers turnkey, fully constructed and calibrated simulator packages directly to your door. If you have the budget and want a no-compromise, professional-grade setup without the immense hassle of sourcing, building, and troubleshooting compatible parts yourself, they are an excellent choice. What makes their simulators great? Top-tier components. They build their rigs using premium, industrial-strength frames, like SimRigs and TrackRacer rigs, high-torque direct-drive wheelbases from Simagic, Simacube, Conspit, Moza and Acetec in very realistic-feeling hydraulic and load cell pedal sets. Everything simulated. No hassle turnkey service. Building a high-end simulator is as complex as building a custom PC. They handle the entire process, including custom frame assembly, routing cables, configuring software, delivery, and in-home installation. Extreme immersion options. They offer advanced configurations that include quad-screen monitor setups, also specialized haptic feedback systems, which shape the pedals, and mimic ABS brakes or engine rumble, and full D-Box/Dynamics motion platforms that physically tilt and move to replicate actual track G-forces. Choose everything simulated if you want a professional, race-ready cockpit.
That's right. Definitely going to be seeing exactly what the driver's got to bring us to the table. Let's go ahead and get our track facts here. Track facts coming in: Atlanta Quad Oval, 2.43 kilometers, 169 laps around the night. Fuel range is somewhere between 50 and 60 laps. I'm going to probably Sorry about that, working on technical difficulties. Let's go back over those keys to the race one more time.
So for tonight's race, we're going to be looking to carry momentum into the draft on the legacy configuration to be able to maximize momentum within the pack, staying with the cars, following the car in front. while managing your tires and searching for the racing groove. So whether or not you want to be on the low side, the high side, or if we get 3-wide racing in the middle, and just making sure you're not chewing too much of your tire up for late in the race, while maximizing your draft runs to create the clean overtaking opportunities. So making sure that when you get the run, you're using the draft, you're able to get that run done, and you're not compromised throughout the race.
Roger that. Those are the keys to the race. Just under 4 minutes left in qualifying. Guys going to make it around. And one thing that I think we'll be looking forward to tonight is a lot of drafting. That's the key word. I saw that a lot when you were delivering the keys to the race. Good old Atlanta. This is the track that we all cut our teeth with when we kind of started in the sim. Now, when you start in the sim, you cut your teeth at Old Atlanta. That was one of the core tracks that you raced. You also raced Old Charlotte. So Old Atlanta's here. And, man, she can be a handful.
Yeah, so it's just going to be the driver's going to have to tonight focus on obviously making sure that they can keep that draft up while making sure they know what they've got underneath them in their car. They know where they can bump, where they can draft. Are they stronger in 3-car running, 2-car running? The solo running's going to hurt. They're wanting to stay with the front pack or the mid pack.
Yeah, a lot of drafting. A lot of drafting going to be going on, side-by-side racing, some door banging going to be happening. It's all going to be coming up here live. We're going to take another step away, get a couple words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the grid in tonight's race.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance, look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more, or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about.
Are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Everything Simulated builds exceptional, high-end racing simulators, rather than manufacturing budget consumer parts. They are a premium Australian custom integrator that sources professional-grade hardware and delivers turnkey, fully constructed and calibrated simulator packages directly to your door. If you have the budget and want a no-compromise, professional-grade setup without the immense hassle of sourcing, building, and troubleshooting compatible parts yourself, they are an excellent choice. What makes their simulators great? Top-tier components. They build their rigs using premium, industrial-strength frames, like SimRigs and TrackRacer rigs, high-torque direct-drive wheelbases from Simagic, Simacube, Conspit, Moza and Acetec in very realistic-feeling hydraulic and load cell pedal sets. Everything simulated. No hassle turnkey service. Building a high-end simulator is as complex as building a custom PC. They handle the entire process, including custom frame assembly, routing cables, configuring software, delivery, and in-home installation. Extreme immersion options. They offer advanced configurations that include quad-screen monitor setups, also specialized haptic feedback systems, which shape the pedals and mimic ABS brakes or engine rumble, and full D-Box/Dynamics motion platforms that physically tilt and move to replicate actual track G-forces. Choose everything simulated if you want a professional, race-ready cockpit.
And we are back to kick it off here tonight. Remember, like, subscribe, follow. We need all the help I can get. Starting grid for tonight on the pole, Jeremy Higgins in that number 70 car. He'll be lined up beside Lone Star's very own Drew Blaze in the 88. Next row is going to show you the 97 car, Austin Mice. Privateer beside him is going to be Mike Fahey. And the following row is going to be Daniel Miglin. He'll have another Daniel Higgins, starting on his outside, P6. P7 is going to be Victor Keith and Nicholas DeFrancesco. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Derek Darby and Vincent Short.
Coming in at number 11, you're going to have Austin Graywell, and alongside him in 12th, Chris Klein. In 13th, we'll have Ken Couch. Alongside him in 14th will be Mike Higgins. In 15th, we'll have Corbin Rach. And in 16th, we'll have Eric Dillingham. 17th tonight will be Jordan Taylor. Next to him in 18th will be Brian Mice. And rounding out your top 20 will be in 19th, Caden Watts and Kyle Gomez in 20th.
Roger that. Next row is going to be Greg Wachinski in that 5 car. He's going to have Alan Swan beside him in the 85. Following those guys is going to be Kenny Powell on the 24 with Sean Roberts in the 01 on his outside. Then we're going to have Dan Wedeking, and he'll have Jake Heron along him on his outside. 27th place will be Austin Wood and Colin Clary. Colin's going to be starting back there for the remainder of the season as he cannot qualify. Won 3 races. That's going to take him out of the running for that. Tony Otaluka and Paul Boomershine round out the top 30.
In 31st, we're going to have Justin Johnson. Alongside him will be Jacob C. Watson. Behind them will be Chris Coleman and Kenneth Blackburn.
All right, that's going to be our field here tonight. Getting, like I said, lining it up. Cars with double stack lights off on the pace car. Got a little action going on back in the rear. Those guys are going to be getting themselves sorted out here momentarily. And you know what? Once we go racing, I don't know how long it's going to be, man. I just say hold on and enjoy it while you can. Pace car down and away. Jeremy Higgins is going to be leading us through that Geico Star. Oh, got one car off the field, but the green flag is out. 82 car is going to be off and away. That car is going to be the 17 car. Jeremy Higgins wasting no time getting going. Two by two up front. Remember, multi-groove racing here at Atlanta. That's what we're looking for is the 88 car, Drew Blaze. He is going to be making his move around the outside. They got it confused right there with the 88. Now he's going to be the leader here for the first time tonight. That's Drew Blaze. Coming behind him, moving is Austin Mice. Mike Fahey also going to be coming into the frame there. And then that's when it starts to get tricky. That's when you got guys going to be 2 by 2 towards the back of the line. Right along right now with Mr. Short. Vincent type 1 each.
Just starting to slowly see the field work out which group they want to run early. They want to run 2 by 2 or solo, going from the high to the low side through the corners. Just trying to look after tires as they find their spot in which their dancing partner they want to run with for tonight.
You know, I don't know how does the new tire model work at the old Atlanta? That's something we're definitely going to be looking for because I want to see it myself. I want to see it in action, but right now the action is on the racetrack. Drew Blaze starting to get a little bit comfortable as we start to eat through the rest of the field here, get an idea of what's going on. Looking at that 00 there, Jake Heron. Jake, got a shout out for you early, so I figured we'd come on back here now and give you a little bit of love. Jake running right now somewhere. Oh, I lost Jake. Oh, there he is. Jake's in 21st. And he's got a lot of action around him. As you can see, these guys 2 by 2 getting it done. Furthermore, up the line, you got a lot of single file racing going on. You guys will be trying to just really kind of hold back here. No need to push it just yet. A lot of racing left to go. All of these pit stops surely need to occur under green flag conditions. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and get our picks in. We made picks before the race. Tony Adeluca, looking for Tony Adeluca. All right, go ahead, Cubby. Who's your pick?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, viewers. Honestly, because I'm so fresh to this league broadcasting, I had no idea who to pick, so I just picked someone from the top 5. I didn't want to pick the low-hanging fruit and pick the top guy who was in practice, so I picked myself Jeremy Higgins.
All right, that's Jeremy Higgins. That's going to be Kobe's pick. What about you, Jake? Who you got on the board for tonight?
So tonight I've gone with Jacob Watson in the number 12.
Fancy that.
Just looking at how consistent he's been. What about you, Big Al?
Oh, man, look at that Jacob Watson in that Ford. He has definitely been putting it down here tonight. Good choice, good solid choice. And last but not least, you got me. And I'm rolling the dice here with Victor Keith. Victor's putting down some solid laps there during practice. Seemed like he was very well equipped here at Atlanta, so figured why not go ahead and ride with the V tonight. All right, those are the picks. Who you got? Let us know. Throw it in the chat. We'd love to see who you got figured out, who you have figured to win this thing. Really not as close racing as I kind of thought it would have been, but whoa, that one car to be going down below that white line. That's going to be, trying to get a name, the 30 car. That's Caden Watts in the 30. Had just a little bit of moment where he needed some relief. Caden's currently 21st, started this thing at 19th. He's going to be looking to have a good solid run here tonight as well. Now this thing is green right now, clean and green. That's what we like here at Atlanta. Down on the racetrack, looking back at your leader. Drew Blaze starting to get himself out to just a small little bit of a lead, but now he's going to be challenged by the 97. Austin Mice going to be right there. These two guys probably going to be playing that cat and mouse game. What are you thinking?
I say all night it's going to be cat and mouse of who can just get the draft, get that momentum run on the cars, and ultimately it's going to come down to who gets the tighter line out of turn 4 to take who leads what lap. And just, as we see a lot of the cars opting to run single file, pick their draft, with a few cars wanting to go side by side, test out what they've got, see which lane's going to be faster, which momentum's they're going to be able to pick tonight.
Yeah, you're watching the battle between Vincent Short and Nicholas Don Francesco right here. These two guys are digging it out side by side. Austin Gruel going to be right in front of them. I mean, and this is multi-group racing at its finest. As you can see back, nothing looks regulated. Everything just looks a little bit chaotic, and that's okay. I guess that's what we're doing here tonight. Oh, Kenny Powell's going to lose it there. He's going to be going down on that white line. That's what we're talking about at Atlanta. You got to keep her dialed in. Could have been a lot worse. Kenny was able to wrangle that thing, keep it pointed in the right direction. There it is on your screen. You see Kenny. Oh, and he's going to take a hard whack to the wall. That is not what you want to do, especially not during the first segment here at Atlanta. That's going to leave some huge implications for him for the rest of the night. It's going to be a long night for 24 Kenny Powell. I can attest. So you're watching that right along with him.
let's just hope the car didn't take as hard of a hit as what it looks, and he can get
Looked
back
pretty
out
hard.
and stay running with the field tonight.
I've been hit, but that looked pretty hard. More action here. So these cars are getting really obliterated. Let's look at that one more. Oh, and then more contact from Justin Johnson, as he's going to come in there just at the most inopportune time. That's going to be kind of a whoopsie. We're watching this again. Sorry, we're back live again. My bad.
Just seeing a few drivers starting to struggle with just getting the power down and keeping it down and keeping the car controlled through the corner. And it's just getting a little bit of a wiggle, a little loose through the corners, and either shooting through the inside or the outside wall. So we'll have to see how they manage that tonight, especially as their tires wear out and how the tire wears out over the course of the race.
Yeah, lots of going on, man. And you know, for these cars to actually start to get that loose that early, we're definitely seeing it as the lap times are different from the front to the back. Some guys truly haven't figured it out. Some guys still with the struggle bus right now, but who's not struggling? Austin Mice, him and Drew Blaze still up front doing the do. The 97 and the 88, that's going to be the show right here.
Yeah, Mice and Blaze are just starting to put a comfy little cushion behind, to the gap behind of Victor Heath and Fahey. Just be able to run their lines and use that draft to just push out.
Oh, got a car sideways. That's going to be the 89. He's going to be stopped sideways in the middle of the track. That's going to bring out the caution for the first time here tonight. As we saw that one. 89 car still trying to get her going. Might want to just hold off there till the majority of the field comes back. A lot of guys are going to be waiting on that caution, I think. A lot of drivers needed that one to come in. Watch it on the replay machine. I'll let you take it.
We just get loose on exit of the corner, as we've seen a few other cars tonight, and he just manages to stop it and hold it up. And then just sits on the apron, which triggers the yellow flag, which will hopefully bring a few more cars back to the lead lap and to charge through the field. But also change up the strategy for the drivers tonight now too.
Oh, yeah, all bets are off once that first caution flag comes out. Now, you got a lot of guys kind of probably feel like they got punched right in the mouth once they got off the truck. But now, you know, you can breathe a little bit because the track's it's not doing what these guys are used to doing. So we'll see who's all coming down pit road. Got a 15 he's rolling down. Also going to be interesting to see who stays out. You know, with just 20 laps into this thing and only 3 sets of tires, you know, you're going to have to stretch it. So you might as well go ahead and stretch it early. That way you might be able to enjoy it later, right? What are your thoughts?
Well, now would be potentially be a good time to come down pit lane, top yourself back up with gas, just to push it a little bit further, but also to check what your tire degradation's at, see how you're running, if you're using too much of that tire or if you've got enough tire, and looking at how much further you can push the car. If you know you can push it just a little bit to catch the draft, or if you need to back up and try and look after what you've got to avoid getting loose through corners.
Don't get loose in the corner. That's also going to be one of the, because we're going to have to come up with a title for tonight's race. Just really kicking it off. If you're just joining us, you're watching live racing here with the Lonestar Racing League. We're coming to you from Vintage Atlanta, or Retro Atlanta. We're going to be scheduled for 169 laps here tonight. Got 21 in the books. Lights are on the pace car. First caution to speak of. That first caution wasn't the first wreck. We've seen a couple fender smashers, not benders. And from that, we had at least 2 cars that were behind the wall. Caution came out lap. I'm going to say lap 20.
20.
Now, lights off on the pace car. We're doubling everything up, getting ready to take it back. And another thing, the restarts at Atlanta, they can be pretty explosive. Breed caution's going to be watching this one intently. Lights off on the pace car. Everybody's knuckling up. Great break, though. Brings everybody back together, at least for a little while.
Mice and Blaze were just starting to get into a groove out the front and just starting to push a gap back to Victor, Keith, and Fahey of out to a second. It was just under it. So it brings Fahey and Victor back into this and see if they can't go with them early on.
Yep. Pace car off and away. Not real tight on the formation. Here we go. Tighten it up now. Green flag is out. We're back on the way. Well, saw the 54 car going back around. Caution is out again. Lots of unpack there. A couple different cars involved in this sequence. Man, I think we tore that one up pretty good. Just bringing them around back. Oh, look at that. There it is. You can see just hook right. Oh, and still getting tagged. It was 94 to 89 again. He actually brought the first caution out. Now he's got a little bit ruffled up as well. And you'll see right there the 54 car just kind of loses it. Hooks right back across the nose into the wall. And that just unleashes a flurry of mistakes and bad decisions. Man, here we go. Wow. Just like that, 2 cautions real quick, back to back. Hey, with that, we're going to take a quick step away, get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Everything Simulated builds exceptional, high-end racing simulators, rather than manufacturing budget consumer parts. They are a premium Australian custom integrator that sources professional-grade hardware and delivers turnkey, fully constructed and calibrated simulator packages directly to your door. If you have the budget and want a no-compromise, professional-grade setup without the immense hassle of sourcing, building, and troubleshooting compatible parts yourself, they are an excellent choice. What makes their simulators great? Top-tier components. They build their rigs using premium, industrial-strength frames, like SimRigs and TrackRacer rigs, high-torque direct-drive wheelbases from Simagic, Cymacube, Conspit, Moza and Acetec in very realistic-feeling hydraulic and load cell pedal sets. Everything simulated. No hassle turnkey service. Building a high-end simulator is as complex as building a custom PC. They handle the entire process, including custom frame assembly, routing cables, configuring software, delivery, and in-home installation. Extreme immersion options. They offer advanced configurations that include quad-screen monitor setups, also specialized haptic feedback systems, which shake the pedals and mimic ABS brakes or engine rumble, and full D-Box/Dynamics motion platforms that physically tilt and move to replicate actual track G-forces. Choose Everything Simulated if you want a professional, race-ready cockpit.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Hey, guess what? We're back. Remember, like, subscribe, follow, do all three. Back here now. Caution came out for the second time after the first caution. Did we call that a baby caution? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Pace car, though, back down and away, and we will be too. The 82nd, sorry, the 88 and 97 leaders through the Geico restart zone. Off and away. Awesome Mike's doing everything he can. Mike Fahey's going to be coming up now. Him and Drew Blaze are going to be battling all around the racetrack, getting a lot more racy than it had been. Great restart, but we definitely have a lot more racing going on. Cars side by side, digging it out. So we'll be watching this thing here, trying to figure out where we're going to go. Right now, the battle's going to be on the lead. Mike Fahey in the 19. He is going to come up, be our third leader here tonight. Still not done with the pass. Because you're going to have Austin Mice. He's going to be running along the outside. These two going to be banging side by side here, trying to figure it out as they come in through the turn. Fahey going to stay low. Austin Mice high. Mice coming across side by side to the line. Lead goes to Mice. Still battling. Fahey's still taking that low line. He is still going to be seeking where he wants to be there, trying to make it bend. Caution cut line goes all the way back to 19th. The first 19 cars are still on the lead lap here, have not pit or yet to pit, we shall say, but the 88 car, Drew Blaze. Now he is going to be trying to dig in. Not going to let the 19 take any breathers or breaks. And the 22 car, Derek Darby, now he's going to be coming into the fray. Watching everything's going on in front of him. Going to be excited about taking advantage of this lapse right now. Maybe he'll be able to close that gap just a little bit, because you got to count on the fact that Blaze is not going to let Fahey rest. What are you thinking?
Yeah, seeing the field just go back into their single file, running, really using the momentum as we go on after a great restart in the field, with Mice, Fahey and Blaze sort of just trying to find their lane. Who do they want to be the pioneer of the field at the moment? Who do they want to have running out the front? But also too, do they want to give up the position, or do they want to be that pioneer and see where they can go to break that air and be the car that provides the draft for the behind and lead those laps as we tick down our lap counter?
Yeah, man, looking at Colin Clary now in that 7 car, eking his way into the top 10. Right now at 11th place. He started way back in the back, but now he is on a run here. So just got by with Chinsky. Not only watching Clary, he built himself into a hole that he constructed. He manufactured it. He engineered it. Knew exactly how deep he wanted it, and appears that he crawled out of it doing just fine.
Yeah, the early cautions have definitely played into his hand after starting from pit road for this race. After taking out the last 3 rounds of the Lone Star Series, the caution just brought him right back to the back of the field and be able to use his knowledge of driving back through the field that we've seen week in and week out so far.
And he's not going to be very patient. This man is on a mission. He knows where he's trying to get. Oh, there's the accident right there. Got one car spinning around. That looks like it. Was that Austin Mice? Who was that went around? That's a 77 of Mike Higgins. Man, and that car has seen better days. He's going to end up taking a tow, putting it on the hook. Don't think he'll be able to drive that back around. We're going to look at it through the 131 way back machine. Right there, comes around the turn, hits the seam. Everything seems okay here. Coming down the straightaway, goes down. Still good. And right there, she starts to push up on him. You can see him struggling with it just a little bit. And once she starts to rotate, she found a way around. Oh, and unfortunately, looks like we just captured another car there. That was the 270. Man, and that's just, man, that's hard breaks there for Chris Coleman. Chris Coleman and Mike Higgins right there, man, just not good.
Just seeing Higgins get loose, as we've seen a few cars do tonight, just off the corner, shooting himself up into the outside wall, and then the 270 of Coleman, nowhere to go, and tagging.
You know, and we've seen that a lot tonight. Guys just getting caught up in it, man, because once you hit these speeds at Atlanta that you're going to be running draft type track, super speeds, and just not a lot of options as far as turning and stopping. So we've seen more than one or two drivers find their own demise through someone else's misfortune.
And unfortunately, I don't think it will be the last we see tonight. There'll be a few
definitely
more cars.
not. Everybody's still enjoying this first sequence here. We've ran 35 laps thus far. Still got 134 to go. 3 lead changes. So lots and lots of racing left. And that's going to be the exciting part because, you know, you're not done yet. The guys in the back still running their strategy. We saw Clary. He started back there making his way through the field. You just got to try to avoid the big one. I think that's what drivers are going to be wanting to do. I'm going to take your destiny into your own hand, if you will, not necessarily leaving it up to someone else because they're snapping and hooking.
You've got to forge your own path forward to the last 15, 20 laps of the race, making sure that you're there. You've put yourself in a position to basically charge through the field with what you've got to make it known for the win.
Yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where you got to kind of really figure out if drivers want to drive mid-pack, front pack, or back pack. Some guys are just doing that because you're still running 169 laps at Atlanta. You still have a lot of laps to go. A lot of racing left to be done, so you don't want to take yourself out early, not at all. And so you can get bumpy in the corners, so you just got to figure out where those bumps are and avoid them. Pace car getting down and away. Mice and Fahey getting ready to take it to the line one more time. Green flag's out and we're on the boogie. Mice wasting no time getting it rolling. Fahey goes high. Blaze goes low. Fahey, Blaze right now battle side by side. Camry versus Ford, trying to pull the edge on one or the other. This battle still side by side. Blaze taking the low line, going to actually now come up and fall in behind the 19 of Fahey just for the time being. Fahey, though, still has his sight set, not done running just yet. He's going to be trying to reel in Austin Mice, trying to yet again take the lead. But here comes the 4 car of Daniel Miglin up here tonight. Mr. Miglin says, hey, guess what, guys? I'm here to race also. And he is wasting no time trying to get it going. You're still seeing the 22 car load there, 3 wide almost as they come through that turn. Everybody's still feeling their way through this. Track's getting a lot more racy than it had been. You're seeing drivers just letting it kind of edge out, kind of hang out just a little bit there. It's the 4 car of Daniel Miglin still going to be making its way, still trying to get around the 88. Got lap traffic coming up. Gonna have to deal with the lap car. Mice is the leader, still staying high. He is loving the line that he's taking. And really loving the fact that he can just be out there, man, and just kind of carve and cut and kind of go where he wants to go, really unadulterated. Now, the guys behind him, once they catch up to him, that's really going to limit his choices and options. You see Clary now coming in on the bottom. He's been running since he hit the ground. Not going to slow down just yet either. I think he's got his sights set on the lead. Right now he's dealing up with the 22 of Derek Darby. This battle is going to be for what will be 5th place. Darby doing everything he can to defend the position. Greg Wachinski also taking advantage of the distraction, and he is going to be trying to move up into the line of 4. Daniel Miglin still battling side by side with Drew Blaze. Do you think that Miglin and Blaze are battling so intently side by side it could possibly distract these guys from what's really looming behind them, what's coming over the corner?
It could, but it could also just be hurting them too. Different lines, have to use more of the wheel, more of the tire to get round, just to hold it still rather than running single file, be able to chase the car in front, use the momentum.
Yeah, that 94 car having a hard time keeping the thing stable as guys going around him. We've been watching that whole line bob and weave. That lap car definitely making waves go throughout the field. These guys felt it. Did you feel it? I felt it.
Front 7 are wanting to run single file, but just behind them, they're looking to get 2 and 3 wide early on as they try and find which groove's going to carry the most momentum back up to the front part of the field to challenge Myson Fahey, Blaze, and Miglin. I
don't think Clary's trying to run single file. I think Clary is trying to keep his car cool, trying to find a draft, use it to the best of his advantage to move forward in this line. Right now, he's clawed his way all the way up to 5th place. He's got Daniel Miglin in front of him, who's battling intently with Drew Blaze. These two have been stuck at each other's doors since the green flag flew. Clary knows that he's faster than both of these guys. He just has to be patient and find an opening. Going down to the bottom while the 2 still stay high. Going to be 3 wide eventually. Right now, it's 2 wide. Colin Clary is not going to be denied right there. It's going to blow by the 4. Still keep it low. Going to make easy work of the 88 of Drew Blaze as well. Blaze and Colin going to be bringing it together side by side. If Colin is actually able to make this pass, man, I think he will have his eyes set on 2nd and then 1st. And then they're going to have a whole new set of problems because remember, this guy started from the pits deep in the way back.
Would definitely see Austin Mice taking advantage of the cars behind him, going too wide and just battling as he put a gap out of 0.5 of a second in front of Fahey and Blaze. He's just able to pioneer, run his race, run his line, leave everyone else to sort themselves out.
Gonna need your help just a little bit.
As we said, Collins still now up in 3rd, got past the 88 of Drew Blaze. Now he's got his sights set on Michael Fahey in the 19.
Now the 7 right now has to make quick work here. Try to get up right behind the 19. Especially if he wants to go ahead and tackle the leader. Now, the longer he stays with Fahey and these 2 battle, you got to believe Mice is enjoying it. He is just kind of running away, trying to get as much of a lead as he can because he knows once this pass is made, his days are numbered. It's not going to end pretty.
The other driver's got to make a choice. Do they want to continue battling on and trying to fight for those minor podium steps at the moment, or do they want to work together to catch back up to Austin?
And we still have to talk about the fact that while we've been sitting out here scooting, we got 50 laps done right now, put behind us of 169 to go. Feeling pretty good about it. Actually going to be starting to move through this first wave here, this first iteration. Drivers stayed true to the calls. Didn't see a lot of guys up front matching bob weave. They stayed to the plan, which means we should have green flag pit stops coming up here within the next 10 laps. Got a real early driver there. That's going to be the 88. Don't think he is going to like the way that feels, as he is going to slide back some.
Yeah, as we get ready for our first green flag stops, we're definitely going to see how much it's going to set us back and how crucial they're going to be around Atlanta. Just be able to, and then, but what also to what the benefit's going to be. Will they take tires? Will they not? Will they be able to utilize the tires and the different strategies to get back up to the field and run their grooves?
Well, just like that, Colin Clary's made easy work. Well, Mr. Fahey, now he is chasing Austin Mice for the lead.
We're 3 wide back here with Fahey, Watson, and Wojcicki.
Wojcicki now definitely on the move as he has got his tires in the groove. Some guys, once these tires kind of wear in. For some guys, they wear out. For Wojcicki, I think his are wearing in as he is making his way to the front as well. Clary putting on a masterclass, though, of conservation as he has made his way through the field. Now he's going to be soon volleying for the lead. And Wojcicki not going to be too far behind. Colin Clary now to the inside. Austin Mice has been joeing his lead up front here today. Pretty much uncontested there, although there were two other leaders. But now I think he understands that when this guy comes, Clary gets, we're going to say wind across the nose, and it pushes him up into the wall. We'll see if that we'll see if that's where it ends. Clary now still drag racing here. He's going to be high. Don't think that was malicious. I do believe that was just one of those racing deals right there, where a car just, they're fast. Clary doing everything he can right now to secure his lead as he's going to be running up on the high side. Now going to be able to close the door as Austin Mice relinquishes the lead. And now we'll just study to see just how much of a run Clary's going to get on these guys before somebody comes down pit road. What are you thinking?
Just looking on it, as Clary made the pass on Austin Mice, they had a gap of about a second back to Watson, but with the little mistake from Clary up into the wall across the nose of Mice, brought Watson and Wojcicki back in to the back of them now. But will the tap on the wall of affect Colin? Doesn't appear so, but could it also wear later? Is Mice playing a game of wanting to get onto road shortly as well? So just looking at how they're going to play out the next 100 and so laps that we've got left.
Yeah, next. Well, I'm interested in the next 10 because that's where that green flag pit stop is going to occur. Threw the numbers off substantially because of the number of cautions that we had and the amount of time that we were actually pacing. But you do see one car there that would indicate the green flag pit stops are underway. But I think you need to stay out as long as you possibly can. You're gonna want to try to hit as close to this thing as 60 as possible. We'll be watching the 7 car because everybody else is gonna be watching Colin Clary as well, because they're gonna want to take pages out of his playbook. Now, right now, he burned the most rubber getting to the front of this thing. How much does he have left? And how much fuel does he have left?
Colin's definitely bringing a masterclass at the moment to the Lonestar series after taking the last 3 rounds out and being able to come through the field so early on tonight here at Atlanta.
Wojcicki making his way right now, trying to get past Austin Mice. This is going to put Wojcicki up into that second spot. But he's not coming alone. Jacob Watson, your guy, is going to be on his coattails, dragging him in, trying to just get any advantage that he can to get over to 97. You see Greg Wojcicki there with G&G Racing, currently second, started in 21st. Greg is on the move. So Greg and Colin both started this thing from the back. Now they're both up front. That's got to let you know that something is working, right? not everybody's having bad luck in the cycle. But I'm watching intently because we're 61 laps into this thing. Green flag pit stop window. The closer we can get to 65, the better these guys are going to feel. You just got to kind of estimate how much traveling around Atlanta in those caution laps is going to affect your fuel mileage. One car on pit road. So green flag pit stops officially begin. We're at 62 laps in. Oh, and Colin Clary gets a little sideways there. He's going to drag the wall. You can do that just a little bit, but that's not the first time that he's done it. I would probably not be too surprised if we were to see him actually coming down pit road here in the near term, because it just seems that 7 car was just a little freaky fast and a lot shaky.
Yeah, we've seen him get a gap out to about a second over the guys behind him, but now they've just closed that back down to half a second. As you can see him getting a little bit loose and squirrely, touching that wall for the second time we've seen tonight. Is that going to hurt? And how much is that going to hurt him?
Yeah, I know. Further back in the field, though, that's where the racing's going to be. I'm pulled up here with Caden watching the 30. And I'm just looking, and he's got a lot of folks around him. And these guys are risky racing it because they know that green flag caution's coming up, but they still have to stay digging. You can't relinquish. You can't let up. You need every bit of momentum that you can, because that's what's going to get you through this segment to the next. As you're watching the 30 there, almost 3 wide as he navigates that through the 19. Just wanted to show you the 19. He was my pick. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Oh, there it is. You see it, the 19, pit road, gets a squirrely one. He's still trying to fight that thing, but I guarantee it's going to cost him more than you can imagine. Not going to like that feeling right now for himself, knowing that he had that opportunity to come down pit road and he had to be perfect. But he bobbled the ball at the beginning, and we're going to see just how much that affects him. And he got a black flag. So, hey, he's going to be trying to dig out of that hole here for the foreseeable future. And that's what, like we talk about this. You drive for show, you pit for dough. Classic situation right there. Now back up to the front, watching your leader, watching Colin Clary. Colin right now 66 laps on his equipment. Guys are watching him intently because they're trying to figure out what's the big dog going to do. Colin's going to dictate this thing, because when he comes down, guys are going to start to line up, because you don't want to lose anything to the leader. I'm surprised and amazed and happy that these guys are keeping him in their sights. Because when you got a guy like that coming all the way back from as far as he did, him and Wachinski both, you just don't know what's going to happen when they get up front.
As you see, he's still holding a nice gap in front of Wachinski and Watson, but they're definitely hunting him down.
13th and higher, 67 laps on their equipment. These guys are really pushing it out to the end.
Definitely seeing how the early cautions have assisted in just keeping that fuel to be able to go a little bit longer in this race. But is it going to hurt them, or is it going to assist?
No, I don't think it's hurting them at all. I think these guys actually have a solid plan right now. They're going to run this thing out as close to 75 as they can, come down and pit. That gives you excellent position. You've already pitted once, be able to push it to the end and still have that spare set of freshies just in case it's a battle there at 10 to go, and you know it's going to be. Oh, the 77 car, he's smoking. I don't think you can smoke there. Oh, you can't do that, buddy. You got to keep it moving. Colin Clary coming down pit road now. Greg Wachinski did not get to Mingu. Wachinski's going to lead this lap around. He's still going to be dragging the 92 of Paul Boomershine. And Jeremy Higgins. Now, these guys are going to be trying to figure out the way that these three are going to go, because as it appears, A lot of other folks behind him might have started coming down pit road or getting ready to. There's Wachinski now. He's coming in.
We're definitely starting to see cars pull a trigger now on their green flag runnings. As we see Caden Watts in the background of the 5 getting a black flag for just not quite
Caden
making
Watts.
an entry.
Black flag. Yep, sure did.
Just goes to show how important not only running in the groove in the draft around Atlanta is, but making sure you're nailing your pit entries and pit exits and in your box. Just everything coming together.
You don't get an opportunity to do that stuff a lot here, so you want to make certain that when you do have the opportunity to come down pit road, you know, you're efficient. You can be fast, but you got to be efficient. That's what's going to keep you in this thing. The last thing you want to do is get a bloody black flag, and then, you know, you have to go all the way back around again. And that's, you know, that completely kills your momentum. Still watching this race here. Almost finished with our first iteration of pit stops. Still got 6 to go. 6 cars left remain in the pit. 73 laps is the stint. If that's not telling you something I don't know what is. And I'm wondering if you hit 75, you kind of home free. You know, because that's $150 before your next stop. You know, you proved that you can do that. I don't know if you want to show your hand like that. But that's what we're getting there. The 70 still not yet ready, Jeremy Higgins.
See more cars coming down pit lane.
I think that's it. 75 laps for Jeremy. Gotta love it. I just love it when the pit strategies get a chance to truly materialize. And right now, these guys are doing just that. They had a couple cautions early on. Everybody seems to have kind of re-engaged, retrofitted themselves, so to speak. And now we're getting ready to go out here and try to hit this second half of this race. It's like they're riding along there with Greg Wachinski. Oh, no, that's Jake Heron. Jake's up to 15th place, started this thing all the way back in 20-some position. Displaying that awesome paint scheme. Jake getting it done here today. Still got 5 cars left to pit. Is this the time that we talk about that? Because they told me that it was going to be 50 to 55 laps. Like, now we're 20 laps over that, right? Told you there was going to lie to us. Always lie to us.
Don't forget the early flags, though. We did see 4 to 5 cars come down the lane under the first caution to take fuel. So they could be the 5 cars that we've seen.
Yeah, but
these on the skid 40 laps.
They have not pitted. They're 77 laps out in their stint. That's what I'm.
So the 40. So we've currently seen that they've got 41 on this, so that but their tires will be 77.
Oh, okay, never mind. Look, ATVO. That's all I got to say. I remember I restarted my game. I'm so sorry. Here I was. There I was, all by myself again.
We're seeing Higgins, Powell, Klein, and Short came down early in the first yellow flag to take fuel, but we would believe not tires be able to put out that bit extra, which is alternate strategy. How's it going to play out later on to the rest of the field that are going to the typical green flag to green flag, that it's stopping at 60 laps?
There are entire civilizations that know what's going on in this race. We got the 51. Oh, and that takes out Colin Clary. That's going to be one that you're going to want to repack for a couple of days. 51 cars stop sideways, dead in the track. Colin Clary comes in full speed. That's definitely going to end his streak. And you'll see right there, riding with the 7 in the 131 Wayback Machine, he comes across, and there it is. Nothing he could do. 51 car comes to a stop right there. You'll see Clary coming in your screen. I mean, and that right there is what we call a 1-3 split. And these cars don't function very well as bowling balls. That's going to bring out the caution. Oh, we got another car sliding. That's it. Watch it in replay. And there it is. Ugh.
So that's how we see the 51 get stuck on the high side right before we see the number 7 of Colin Clary.
Oh, another car took him out too. Who was the second car that actually drove through him? Can we just bring that back one more again and just like slow it down? Because there was a second car that came flying through the scene there, and he tagged him also. You see Clary right here, and then boom. Okay, that car kind of glanced off. He might have got the lucky. He might have got the lucky there. He might have slipped through the gears.
That's an unfortunate way to see Colin Clary fall back through the field and potentially out for the night after such a strong run from pit lane to the leader.
Well, you know what? That's why they make us run all of these dang laps, bud. You know, Clary, he'd already won the first 3 races of this. Oh! Broke his nose. Well, that ain't good, man. That hurt.
Never nice seeing cars wreck.
So here we go right now, trying to get it done. Caution's out. Well, that's a 3rd caution here of the night. That's going to change everything. That's going to shake it all up. We're going to go ahead and take a step away, do a little picture-in-picture action. We'll be right back.
Everything Simulated builds exceptional, high-end racing simulators, rather than manufacturing budget consumer parts. They are a premium Australian custom integrator that sources professional-grade hardware and delivers turnkey, fully constructed and calibrated simulator packages directly to your door. If you have the budget and want a no-compromise, professional-grade setup without the immense hassle of sourcing, building, and troubleshooting compatible parts yourself, they are an excellent choice. What makes their simulators great? Top-tier components. They build their rigs using premium, industrial-strength frames, like SimRigs and TrackRacer rigs, high-torque direct-drive wheelbases from Simagic, Simacube, Conspit, Moza and Acetec in very realistic-feeling hydraulic and load cell pedal sets. Everything simulated. No hassle turnkey service. Building a high-end simulator is as complex as building a custom PC. They handle the entire process, including custom frame assembly, routing cables, configuring software, delivery, and in-home installation. Extreme immersion options. They offer advanced configurations that include quad-screen monitor setups, also specialized haptic feedback systems, which shake the pedals and mimic ABS brakes or engine rumble, and full D-Box/Dynamics motion platforms that physically tilt and move to replicate actual track G-forces. Choose Everything Simulated if you want a professional, race-ready cockpit.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Just like that, we're back. The 1, 2, 3, whatever, we got it. Lights up on a pace car, getting ready to double it up. Man, what a race this has become. I mean, we were sitting there talking during the caution, and I mean, huge implications here right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so just looking at what brought out the caution of between the 51 and the 7 of Colin Clary, hitting the car that was stranded in the 51, hugely causing a meatball and putting him on behind the wall on pit road to now bring a few names back up to the front, but a few names we haven't seen all night of the 15 of Short and Miglin and Higgins up the front now off this restart. I'm just seeing how those restarts shakes things up.
no matter what, we're guaranteed a new winner here. Single file restart. Pace car is gone. Green flag's out. Here we go. 70 car. Our new leader, Jeremy Higgins. He's going to take us off and away. Austin Mike's going to be right behind him, waiting to hit that engage button, and the 6 car's off and away. Sorry about that. Trying to figure the number difference out here.
So it looks like the 6 car of Tony Adaluca is a lap car of lap traffic amongst the 70 of Higgins, and then Austin Mice in the 97 just behind.
So you got Adaluca right now, and he's going to be trying to fight to get his lap back the hard way. But behind him there, he's going to have 3-4 wide, 1 car sideways. He's going to come down, going to keep it going. That's going to not affect the field right now. Green flag's going to stay out. I'm going to tell you, Adaluca almost won the lottery there, but it just wasn't quite meant to be. He's still got to keep running for his life in order to make it happen. And we're going to be watching this intently because right now he's in front. And he has got to keep doing just that. Where is Adaluca? Let me take a look.
Tony currently sitting in 18?
21st?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right. 18th, they say. ATVO and me are just best friends right now. I tell you, I love it.
Technology is our best friend, Big Al.
Yep. Vincent Short getting his go now. He's going to be another leader here for the contest. And right now he is going to be running down Adaluca. Going to try to make him stay a lap down. He's got to be very careful. It's the quickest way to lose this thing. Pull it back. Everything's okay. The 70 of Jeremy Higgins starting to slide back just a little bit. But he's got to be feeling good just to be up front there for a while, you know? Oh! Big whips right there. The 6 car, Adaluca, right in front of the field. He is going to go down hard. Not seen anybody else make contact. That's the best news. You're watching here right here, trying to see what happened. The 6 car is going to be high. Coming through the turn, right there, coming down. Hits the seam right there. He kind of starts to lose it and pedals. Oh, wow. He just catapults. He catapulted your driver into the wall. The guy that you picked to win the race, yeah, he just got taken out. Did you see that? There's your driver right there. See him?
I can see it, Big Al. I can see it.
Sorry. I didn't know if you knew. Let's take a step away and get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Hey, guess what? We're back. Pace car, lights out. He's off and away. You doubled up. Now getting ready to take this thing through that Geico restart zone. Green flags out. Princess Short wasting no time getting it going. Austin Mice in chase. These two guys, no doubt, going to be trying to put it back together, further back in the pack. Everything is breaking out pandemonium. Drivers trying to figure out exactly where they fit in, trying to get in, as you're watching right now. Getting a little sporty back there. Gus, I see 5 wide. I see 4 wide. Okay, 3 wide. All right, I'll sacrifice. But a lot of racing going on towards the back of this thing. Up front, everything seems to be starting to kind of settle down. Drivers are finding their way, but you're watching Kenny Powell right now, and he's still going to be fighting at 2 wide, 3 wide there, trying to make himself a spot open. And the 4 car is going to go high. This is where the action is, folks, right here. Watching the 4 and the 24 duke it out. The 13 now, he's going to be right up in the middle. That 13 car, Victor Keith. Victor was up front. He was leading this thing. Now he's getting swallowed up in the belly of the whale. And damn, one more time, he hits the 4 car. Car's getting a lot sporty out there down at that draft is starting to pick up. Plus the track temperatures are starting to change. You can see we're getting a lot more racy. Guys threading that needle ever more, trying to make it fit, baby. They're trying to get to the front. You got to try to navigate through this field here just to get some breathing room, because right now we're stacked heavy towards the middle. And there's no rest for those guys in that pile.
We're definitely going to see a few of the drivers for the mid-pack try and use the momentum and the runs to start and push forward at this stage of the race to be able to set up the end of the race. But how much do you want to risk right now? Do you want to try and push 3 wide, gain that momentum and push up? Or do you want to just sit and wait?
Well, you know, you can't wait too long, and you're not guaranteed another caution. Right now, the 15 of Vincent Short, he's out front, and he's totally enjoying what he's got going on, and you're watching, once again, the 24 and the 4. These two guys have been really going back at it. Daniel Miglin and Kenny Powell just totally dialed in. You saw Powell hit that wall earlier, massive shot, but he got that car mostly repaired down. He's back out here on the go. Greg Wachinski, Powell's teammate, he's further back now, finding himself all the way back in 16th. So this is that time right now where you've got your strategy. Now it's about the implementation of said strategy. Now it's about, you know, how well does the driver do his part? Because he's locked in. You're going to be locked in. You're not going anywhere for a while. We're just almost at 100 laps into this thing, so you're still going to be in it for a minute before you can even stop to try to get some relief. And no matter what, did I say this set? No matter what, we're having a new winner here tonight. No matter what, I guarantee you we will have a new winner for the first time in the Lonestar NASCAR iRacing series. If you don't get excited about that, I don't know what will get you excited. I don't know who it's going to be. Do you know who it's going to be? Let us know, man. Put it in the chat. Let's see what your thoughts are. Kenny Powell right now still boogieing the 88. He's trying to make his way back around. Drew Blaze. Drew's been up front for the majority of the contest. Definitely got a fast car. Try to make it stay competitive.
Definitely seeing, though, the car that gets out in the lead and having that clean air is just able to eke a gap from the cars behind. Just enough to have a cushion that they can definitely pick their own line, run their own race. As we've seen that Short's got a 0.6 to 0.7 gap over Austin Weiss and the 92 of Boomshine.
Yeah, and you got Greg Wachinski there in the fray. I think Greg's being scored a lap down now in 16th, so he's going to be digging out a little bit of a hole. Second. There it is. So Greg still has to make it work one more time yet if he's going to try to be that lucky dog. The 19 of Michael Fahey. That's that lucky dog spot right now. And you're running out of time to get up there. Everybody's kind of got to get where they're going to be. Because you figure most of these guys have been running in that spot for the majority of the night. You fight back, you give some, you fight some, you give some. And now you got yourself in the situation as we are in the down stretch of this thing. You're watching Michael Fahey there. So right now, I think everything's going to be... okay, I'm not a clairvoyant, but I'm going to say everything's going to be okay till these tires start to get a little bit more warm. And then we'll have the opportunity to see some cars maybe lose it. Especially coming across that start-finish line going into 1 and 2.
Will we see drivers change tires in the next green flag pit stop for the run home, or will we see them keep their old tires all depending on how their tire wear is going throughout the race? And will that make a difference for the run home?
I'm guessing that most folks have only changed one set of tires, and that's going to leave them another set that they're going to be able to play with. The key right now is just trying to get to the point where you'll be able to utilize those tires, because everybody's going to be pitting at different times should this thing go green. And you just want to make sure that you pick the most advantageous time to make your tires work.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of guys are realizing the fact that they got a chance to win this thing tonight. Now we're just waiting to see which guy's going to stand up and win this thing here tonight.
Still a lot of laps left in the race, but you've still got to be there to be in it.
Yeah, you have to be. Especially a track like the old Atlanta. This is truly an endurance race. And for any of these guys that know they're out there, these guys are true battles. They're battling, I guarantee you, all the way around. So we got one car coming down pit road. That's going to be the 54 car. For what I believe would be a scheduled stop.
Yeah, now would be around the time running from if you followed the green flag to green flag pit stop strategy, you'd be starting to see a few cars come down pit road now, because it's been about 50 laps to 55 laps since you would have stopped back on lap 50 to lap 60.
Yeah, now they got my math fixed.
But putting your battery in the calculator.
I just have to figure out where we're at here. Wachinski, he's going to tag the wall just a little bit. That's not going to make him feel the best.
No, but he is on the back of Fahey, who would be fighting for Lucky Dog and for position at the same time.
Yeah, definitely you're going to want it. That's a power play right there to see which one of these guys is going to get the lucky dog. Wachinski has to be a little bit aggressive right now. Oh, we got a car hard into the wall. He's going to come in front of Kenny Powell. Man, that sucked. That was the 87 car. Sorry, the 97 car. Austin Weiss, he gets a little loose there. Checks it up, and you're going to see Kenny Powell just plow right there into the back of him. Nowhere to go. Both of those two cars are going to be banged up. Green flag racing continues, though. So, I mean, that's what nobody wanted. That's what nobody needed, but that's what everybody got. Vincent Short, no impact on him whatsoever. He's still boogieing. Paul Boomershine now starting to reel in that 15 of Vincent Short. He is going to be a problem if he already isn't a problem. You know, when they start calling this guy's name on a relative a little bit more frequently and the number gets lower and lower, that's when you understand that Houston, we might have a problem. Now that 92 of Boomershine is going to be trying to come low there. He's going to be giving a bit of competition to the 15 of Vincent Short. Vince is going to be trying to do everything that he can, but I'm afraid he's driving a Chevy, so it's just going to be a little short. Sorry, I just ad-libbed.
As we see the caution come out.
Oh, got another car spinning around there hard on your screen.
Looks like the 97 of Austin Mice spinning around and into the wall again as we check the instant replay.
Mice just went from bad to worse. I mean, he was struggling as he made contact there with the 24 Powell, but you see him right here. Starts to come down over the seam, and then she just snaps back on him. Those tires were spinning, even though you might not have seen them. Now the pace car is going to be out one more again. And we're going to be soaking this one up with not a lot of laps left to go. So let's go ahead and take a step away, get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Everything Simulated builds exceptional, high-end racing simulators, rather than manufacturing budget consumer parts. They are a premium Australian custom integrator that sources professional-grade hardware and delivers turnkey, fully constructed and calibrated simulator packages directly to your door. If you have the budget and want a no-compromise, professional-grade setup without the immense hassle of sourcing, building, and troubleshooting compatible parts yourself, they are an excellent choice. What makes their simulators great? Top-tier components. They build their rigs using premium, industrial-strength frames, like SimRigs and TrackRacer rigs, high-torque direct-drive wheelbases from Simagic, Simacube, Conspit, Moza and Acetec in very realistic-feeling hydraulic and load cell pedal sets. Everything simulated. No hassle turnkey service. Building a high-end simulator is as complex as building a custom PC. They handle the entire process, including custom frame assembly, routing cables, configuring software, delivery, and in-home installation. Extreme immersion options. They offer advanced configurations that include quad-screen monitor setups, also specialized haptic feedback systems, which shape the pedals and mimic ABS brakes or engine rumble, and full D-Box/Dynamics motion platforms that physically tilt and move to replicate actual track G-forces. Choose everything simulated if you want a professional, race-ready cockpit.
We are back. Green flag is out. We're on the way once again. Daniel Midland getting this thing started. Got a solid jump on the lead there, leaving everybody else sleep behind the line. The 15 isn't short. He is going to be trying to do everything he can right now, but right now you got to try to close that gap, that distance. Watching the field come together behind these guys nicely. Everybody's starting to do what they need to do. The 4-car definitely feeling himself right now. He is loving the fact that he's stretching his legs out. And guys, at this stretch of the game, at this point of the game, that is not what anybody wants to see. Right now, the 15 is going to come down strong and hard, and he is going to try to do what he can to take that spot away. These two still going to be racing here, not going to be cleared just yet. 3-wide action back behind, 4-wide action back behind him. Right there for your viewing pleasure. These guys are not going to let it go either. But you got the 70 car. He is in there. Remember, Jeremy Higgins, he was up front here just not too long ago. King Couch also up in the mix of that group. You see Mr. Wachinski there. Still a lap down. Greg will be in the position to be the lucky dog should he not cause a crash. It's a tall order. Just watching this whole group right here, like this is where that racing's going to occur. The guys up front, I think they're just trying to keep the hammer down, keep it in clean air, and just like go. But these guys right here, they're just in there with dirty air, and they really got nowhere to go. What do you think?
Yeah, well, once again, we're seeing the 15 of Short able to pull a gap at the front while the cars behind are battling, but also to trying to use the drafter momentum of the different lanes of the track. But they're still going too wide. Not using each other to the best of their advantage to be able to get back up and challenge Short and Boomershine at the front.
Yeah, and you're always going to
3 wide, 2 wide.
Yeah, you're always going to be slower once you're doubled up here, tripled up especially, because you're bending those strings. I like to look at it like you're playing a guitar, and when you're actually trying to get that car to kind of just stay right there in that line without allowing it to just kind of get comfortable, it can get a little tricky versus being there by yourself and actually allowing the car to take its natural line around the racetrack.
Well, yeah, as we see on our data screens, that 15th of Short's up by 7.7 of a second in front of Boomershine. Boomershine's then got a gap out on his own as well in front of Blaze. So definitely be able to some clean green air on those cars at the moment compared to the rest of the field.
Aren't you the little conservationist? You said clean green air. Green flag racing still continuing here as we're starting to slowly see the other side of this thing.
As we see a caution come out.
Caution's out. The 46.
As we check to see what happened here with potentially the 22 of Derek Darby. As we look back on our instant replay to see what brought out our yellow. Derek Darby, the 20, just losing it on the exit of the corner as we've seen all night, getting lucky and bringing it across the infield.
Oh,
and then at the end,
that's when it goes south.
Yeah.
It absolutely takes that thing all the way back up trackside, smashes into the outside retaining wall. That's going to be a bad day for that crew. They're going to have to work their way through it. Speaking of working their way through it, Greg Wojcinski is going to be the recipient of that lucky dog. That's going to put him back on the lead lap. Back in contention for this thing, so he's totally going to be pumped up for that. That means 15 cars still on the lead lap out of the 34 we started with, and a lot of green flag racing left to go.
You got a feel for the 22 there. After potentially feeling some relief of putting the car airborne across the infield, to have it snap back on you into the outside wall to bring out our caution. Definitely going to play to the other driver's hand, though, this late caution, as we count down towards our final 10 laps of the race. Will the drivers be able to push forward now, or will we see the front drive away? We're still stacking up behind the pace car. Lights are on. Drivers trying to save fuel, keep the tires warm, make sure they're not degrading the tires even further, so they've still got more underneath them for later on. We start to see the cars getting ready to stack up here now. We get the lights on the pace car out as we get ready to go green flag running again very shortly. With the 15 of short going to take us away with Boomshine on his outside. And then Victor Keith and Blaze in the 88 right behind.
Lights off on a pace car. He's been making his exit here momentarily. We'll be kicking this thing off clean and green one more time, as we're slowly starting to bring this thing down into the end of it. Lots of drivers still looking to see where they're going to end up on this leaderboard, and somebody, not leaving in a new car, but they are going to win a race here tonight for the first time this season. Pace car off and away. King Couch, Daniel Miglin. These two guys leading us now to the restart line. King Couch up front for the first time here tonight. Miglin gets the green. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Vincent Short gets the green. A little bit too far back in the pack.
We got Vincent Short up front with Boomershine behind him as they're using the take the height of the low line, just be able to pull away again for Victor Keith and Danny Miglin in the 4, just putting the pace down early after a great restart. But with the double O of Jake Heron, he come up from the field after starting down the back, is up into 5th. The one with Mike Fahey in the 19 back behind. As we see Mike Fahey side by side with Drew Blaze in the 88.
Side-by-side racing continues. These guys are trying to figure out how they can get up front. Not go time just yet, but we're slowly getting closer to it. And I'm going to tell you got to put yourself in a position. We were talking about that, being available. Oh, got a car sliding there. He's going to drift it through. Man, that could have got sporty.
That's
going to be the 19 to Michael Fahey. Say again.
So the cars are definitely on an edge tonight. You've got the car in your window, but there's also been a bit of a challenge that they're wanting to slide away from you. You just had to make sure you keep that under control. Stay away from those walls.
All day, those walls right now, this time of night, they're just waiting to reach out there and grab somebody. So drivers, just definitely, you got to hold your mouth right. This is one of those courses right now where any twitch, any lapse of attentiveness, you're gone. Side by side they go. Got 00. That's Jake Huron. He's up to 6th place here tonight. Jake having a solid run. He's battling side by side there with Kyle Gomez, these two. That double nickel. Looks like Mr. Jake's going to get the run right now, trying to close that door so he can continue his march to the front. Jake showing great pace, great patience. That's exactly what you want to see coming out of your driver. This guy has been here just doing what he needs to do, and now just like that, he's going to find himself available. I love that.
As we see
single file racing, though. What?
So we see that the 15th of Short has just dropped back to 4th behind Victor Keith. He's still trying to get the momentum run back on as Miglin and Boomershine have taken up to the front to battle for that lead of our race.
Yeah, indeed. Vincent,
the side by side.
Vincent Short trying to figure out what he needs to do to get that thing back running and into the draft there as he just finding a new lane behind the 13. And these two have literally let the leaders slip away. Daniel Miglin and Paul Boomershine out there to the clean air and just enjoying a Sunday ride, if you will. These guys are going to have to put something together. They're going to reel those guys back in because barring a late race caution, it's going to be hard to do just that. Most of these guys should be able to make it towards the end of this thing. Just got to keep her end running.
Got to keep the car clean, the nose clean, and keep it moving forward and straight.
Yeah, Drew Blaze not probably enjoying the view that he has out his rearview mirror, plus the relative calls that he's getting because, you know, he's probably getting a little further away from the guys that are in front of him, but the guys behind him might be getting a little closer, and sometimes that can be unnerving. Because right now, Kyle Gomez is going to be making his move up. Gomez still going to be challenging for position. Might be clear right now. He is up to 6th place. You got the 70 car. Jerry Higgins, he is on the move. He's be coming up here, trying to engage the 00 as well. Coming up to 20 laps to go.
Definitely at this stage of the race, you're really seeing the cars use our keys of the race of that momentum run, making sure they've got maximum momentum to make their passes stick on the car in front.
And I'm thinking that right now that Keith and Short lost that momentum because we are seeing the largest lead that we've actually had here tonight thus far with Daniel Miglin and Paul Boomershine. These guys are, I mean, they're trying to leave the building. And if these guys don't really get with it and start figuring out some late race magic, It's going to be a 2-chapter tale.
Yeah, at least right in the race, Miglin and Boomershine have definitely found something in their cars to be able to get them back out there in that clean green air, keeping their cars cool, keeping those lines smooth. But has Victor Keith and Short and Blaze got an answer for them? Or is it going to be green flag running?
We don't got anything out just yet, man. We still got a lot of racing to go here. 30 laps to go. And we were hanging out here at Atlanta, and this race isn't going to even get racy, in my opinion, until there's 15 to go. So right now, we just got these next 15 fun laps, and then guys are going to really start grabbing stuff out of their toolbox.
So you're calling lap 15 to go. The 15 to go is going to be when they hit the trigger.
Yeah, that's go time. You got to. Honestly, you need to be moving forward now. It's not time to be saving and conserving. Now it's time to be slowly trying to get your way to the front, whether that means lining yourself up in a draft or getting yourself a new draft partner. But you can't do the same thing you've been doing at this point if it has you off the leader's tail. Even if that means working together.
Got to work with someone to the last lap.
Oh, Victor. Keith. Just going to be good right there, but Vincent short. I think Vincent got a little squirrely. He might have lost a little life there. I even screamed a little bit.
For ice cream?
No. Still making it.
And so you still see cars going 2 by 2 behind, just trying to get the momentum and the run from the car in front to see if they can't quite edge the other lane out.
Yeah,
just get the momentum.
But you're pulling each other back. At some point, you're going to have to work together. In my opinion, truly let that draft do what it does. And then you guys line up and gain on the guys in front of you.
As we see the 70 of Higgins just still pushing through that field as he getting closer to Short in the 15, trying to push up to the front of Miglin and Boomershine, still holding steady out the front over Victor Keith and Drew Blaze.
Everybody doing what they can now, pulling out all the stops, figuring it out. This is it. You are literally getting into the moment where you either seize it or lose it.
Got to pull whatever tools left you've got in your tool belt, whatever strategy you've got left under your hood. You need to pull it out now and make sure it's in effect. As we said, 15 go low.
Sliding across there. He's going to have to try to keep it together. He is not out of danger yet.
Victor is able to regather it after taking a slide to the infield and get going again, but it's going to cost him dearly.
Took the slide of his life right there. Miglin showing no signs of slowing down at all. Oh, we got another car sideways. That's going to be that orange machine. He's going to be coming back across a little hard into the wall. Surprised if that doesn't bring out the caution. Actually is able to limp it down below the white line. Caution is not going to come out. Green flag racing continues. You'll see it right here on your screen, the 92 car. Paul Boomershine goes from the front to a grunt just like that.
Unfortunately, we've seen that happen a few times tonight. We've seen a few cars up the front.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Little mistakes in the corner.
Look, it's you're on old tires. It's still go time. You got to put something together. You're not getting a new car. You're not getting a new shot. You're not getting new tires. Right now, this thing's going to stay green, and you're going to have to get the claws out, baby. Maybe the claws will keep you from going around. Probably
This
not.
is definitely the stage in the race where you want to ensure that the car's not sliding on ice for you. You want to make sure that it's straight and pointed.
Man, tonight has been a true battle of attrition. I mean, this has been what it has been. I said it was going to be that, and I mean, this is the old school Atlanta, the old school.
With Paul Boomershine's unfortunate stage left exit, we've seen the gap open up from Denny Miglin to Victor Keith to 1.7 seconds, our largest we've seen tonight over the field. And able to just continue running around as Victor Keith and his drivers behind battle out to be able to who holds the position to be the pioneer to catch back up to Miglin.
Well, you got to understand the guys in the back are far from done racing. You know, Miglin's going to want to see this thing stay green. Keith and everybody behind him, they're wanting to see something, anything that's going to help them kind of pull this thing back together and give other guys a shot at it. You know, the one thing that you're going to need a little help now. You know, nobody's wanting it, but everybody needs it. Jeremy Higgins having himself a solid night here tonight. He is just outside of the podium. And he still has a shot at getting himself up there. Just got to catch up to Mr. Victor Keith.
We're starting to see Drew Blaze slowly edge that lead down of Miglin. The rest of the field still spread out. We've still got a long way to go, though.
Yeah, still a long way to go, indeed. Not quite done yet. Everybody still has a chance. Everybody has to get the run. Keith dialing in on Blaze, who's dialing in on Miglin. And those three right now, literally guys are driving off into the sunset. But there's three folks that won't want to see a caution. It'll be those three. And as I'm looking around the racetrack, trying to find that race, trying to find that heated race right now.
This seems to be the calm before the storm. Everyone's just settled for a second, regathered the composure, ready to hit that trigger at that last 15 laps. But the point you've called it, 15 laps to go, is when they'll hit that big go button.
It's go time. So you thinking we're just going to see this thing end on the green?
Too hard to tell. It could end on the green, or we could see a car get loose. We've seen many cars get loose tonight in the corners unexpectedly.
That's the one thing I think that everyone's expecting unexpectedly right now to happen. I'm not saying I'm looking for it. I'm just saying, should it happen, it would definitely change things up a little bit. This Blaze is slowly closing in on Miglin. He's going to be giving it his last shot right now, because he has totally spread that distance out between himself and Victor Keith.
No driver loves seeing the yellow, but drivers will take it to be able to get back into their shot.
Yeah, I think that's a long distance phone call tonight, buddy. Unfortunately, we can't make long distance calls. I think this is just going to probably end its own way.
Well, we're inside your 15 lap mark to the end.
15 laps to go. Let's get it. It's all but go time now. Time to put the hammer down. There's nothing to leave out there on that racetrack but burnt rubber. Everybody's got to take this opportunity.
We're now starting to see Drew Blaze is now on the back of the 4 car of Miglin. Now, can they get up to the side of them and around?
Blaze is bringing it right now. He knows, he feels it. He understood the assignment. Press hard. And he is doing just that. They're trying to make that low line work for him. As he's going to continue to let Miglin hang out on the high side. These two going to be going at it here for a while. Now, hopefully that'll leave the opportunity for Victor Keith to kind of suck himself back up into the conversation. But man, besides that, I don't know. It appears everyone else might be out to recess.
For their Sunday drive?
Yeah, there's a race going on up front. Still side by side. Not showing any signs of yielding. These two guys are definitely giving each other all they can have and then some. And you're going to see the 4 car, Daniel Miglin, he is going to contact the wall. That is definitely not going to help his speed. Remember, we're talking all about speed and momentum. And right now he's pedaling that. He is pedaling that 4 car, trying to keep her pointed in the right direction. And what a turn of events right there that we see. Drew Blaze actually able to out-pedal the 4 Daniel Miglin.
The little mistake there from Daniel Miglin into the wall and the side slide has brought Victor Keith right back onto his back bumper.
You know, yeah, I don't know. I won't say it was a mistake. I'm just going to say it was the result of pressure. Firmly applied pressure. So we got 1 car down on pit road right now. Not sure what that's about. Racing continues on the race surface, though. Right now, the 88 starting to run away. He is going to be doing everything he can to get away from Miglin. Victor Keith trying to do just the opposite. 8 laps to go.
Still clean and green. A long, clean green running here, which has been nice.
Yeah.
Making the cars burn their fuel, make their drafts, pick their moments.
Bringing her home. Not as beat up as he would have thought. She still looks pretty good. She's got some scratches on her, but she held her own here tonight in that 88 car. If she keeps doing what she's doing, she might just find herself in winner's circle.
Well, as you said tonight, we're going to have a new winner. So new people to talk to up here in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely. She's spread out right now. Everybody's just taking notes and just kind of trying to make it all the way back around this thing. 5 laps to go.
See, Drew
This one's starting to get a little quiet.
Yeah, Drew Blaze just managed to etch out a second gap over Miglin. Drew Blaze is doing what Miglin did to them back to them.
Yeah, Vincent Short, he is falling all the way back to 9th place. And he'll be doing everything he can to keep that position. He's got Justin Johnson rolling in behind him. Yeah, these are the closest guys on the racetrack right now. The story up front, mostly unchanged. The 88 of Drew Blaze. Dragging her home, 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go. We are going to be racing for that white flag. Still got side-by-side racing going on the racetrack. One car just going to go down behind the wall. Behind the line, lower than the line. Sorry about that. Caution's out.
Caution out.
Caution is out. Trying to see which car that was that kind of lost it right there. Yep, there it is. That's going to change everything. Oh, get your popcorn. Get ready. You can see it right here. We're going to put the 131 Wayback Machine trying to figure out what just took place. And right there you see that 08 car. He gets a little loose, and he's going to spin it back out and going to make contact with the wall, and that's going to bring out the caution. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to change everything. All bets are off now. All conversations null. Now it's time to line them up, and we're going to be doing a shootout.
Yeah.
For all the rights right here. Everything's on the line, man.
Yeah, Drew Blaze will be sitting in their seat now and thinking, unfortunately, I had a gap. But Denny Miglen and Victor Keith will be sitting there going, yes, I can take it to them off as we get ready for a restart very shortly. It's going to be a sprint to the end.
This is going to be a green and white checker at Old Atlanta. So everything's on the table.
We get 2 attempts.
Well, we might use both of them. It's all going to be about getting launched correctly at the start, keeping it pointed in the right direction. You got guys out there that have been out there for a while. We'll see how this works out. Who's going to come down pit road? Who's going to stay out? Right now, the 15 of Vincent Short is coming down pit road. Drew Blaze, Daniel Midland, Victor Keith. Too much to lose up front. They can't afford to lose that track position. So, but if you're behind these guys, I mean, yeah, you can come in, you can get another set of rubber, and that's going to be a big difference here, buddy. Because 3 laps, you will have time to heat those tires up here in Atlanta.
As we see, though, off this restart, looking through the data, we've got Drew Blaze and Victor Keith are on the same stint of around 56, 57 laps. But Daniel Mingul is only on 46 to 47 on their stop. So could that play a difference to the restart?
Yeah, absolutely it does, because on the old tires here, you know, the track is got a good base of rubber down, but man, it's going to be, you're looking for grip. That's what everybody's going to be looking for. So, you know, old tires, I don't know how much grip you're going to get with them, especially on the restart, you know, where you want everything to be as tight as possible, you know, but that's still, you don't know how many guys are going to get loose on the restart. You know, it might not be necessarily the guys up front. There's a very good possibility that some guys behind him possibly going to take this thing the wrong way. And we got a full field here. So, I mean, I go back to saying what I said all day long. We're going to have a new winner here tonight regardless. Somebody's going to put their name up there on that board. Who's it going to be? It's anybody's spot.
There's fuel a question. With those few cars that we predicted back at the start for racebacks was 50 to 60 laps. Some of the drivers are on 58 into the stint.
Yep.
Have they got enough to run if we go to green, white checkers?
Sure they do. Everybody's going to be fine. I think tires won't even be a factor. Pace car will be getting up out of the way here pretty soon, and I think we're just going to have a nice leisurely green-white shootout.
You don't want to see door-to-door racing, hard-fought battle to the line with a checkered flag drop?
I would just rather it look like just, you know, pace car's down. Kenny Powell's stacking it up, trying to make it 3 wide, though. Daniel Dublin. Oh, the 88 is sideways, and chaos ensues. And we just got all kinds of stuff that just took place right there. I don't know what. I mean, I think I said something about it, but I'm not going to even think about it right there. But you saw exactly what took place. These old tires, baby, it's hard to get them going. And you'll see right there, as soon as we took off, you're going to see the 88 and he is going to spin right here on the inside. And he immediately exits stage left. And then further back in the field, you'll see you have a little bit more of the same going on. Where drivers just experiencing the woes of Retro Atlanta. Now it's going to get interesting.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to see. They're going to have to make the restart right. As we've seen, a few cars become unfortunately involved in that restart wreck as we get ready to restart once again. As we're starting to see if new names at the top of the board. Jake Herron's made his way up to the front and it's going to restart here in fourth.
Hey, Jake's got a shot at this thing. We've been talking about him all night. He's somebody's driver, and somebody's driver could be finding himself in victory lane tonight. I just hope they know how to get there. That's all. Because they're going to have to find it, baby. Somebody's going to have to find their way to winner's circle.
Well, as we can see on his little profile in our corner, he started down in 22nd, moved his way up. 26th, though, moved his way up, made 22 positions so far. Is currently in fourth, ready for the restart. So definitely some big moves throughout the field over these last 167 laps.
Yeah, speaking of big moves across the field, Kenny Powell, he's going to be recipient of the lucky dog. That's going to put us 11 cars on the lead lap. Once this thing goes green, we're kicking it off one more time. And it's anybody's. I mean, we still got to get this thing. We still got to get him up to speed. We're not going to be able to finish this thing till we get him up to speed.
Now, there's a few cars from the back and middle pack of the grid take it down pit lane. Some take tires, some add a little bit of fuel. Will that be a story to be able to push back through early, or the front guys be able to run away with it?
Who knows? We got to see what the guys up front do. All eyes on the front two rows. Whoever gets the most solid start, whoever keeps the nose pointed the right direction and keep the tire spin to a minimum and gets a solid launch, that's going to be the guy you're going to be looking for. Still plenty of racing left. And that's right. And you see that code Watt spin right there. That's real money, folks. Get 10% off for Team Watson race setups. That code is Watch Spin. Very generous of the guys over at Team Watson Racing Setups, because I'm going to tell you, one of the most competitive racing setup shops there on iRacing. Been around the biz for a while. Waiting on the pace car. He's be getting up and out of the way, guys, and we're going to be taking this thing back to Green Flag Racing. Watching intently as those leaders come across the line. Green flag is out. Oh, and big whoops up front to 70. He is going to wreck it up. Caution's out again. And that is going to do it. That's going to end it in regulation. Will Miglin get the lead, the win? As you see right there, he is totally kind of aggressively touched by the 70. He was touching up front.
You see the double O of Jake Cohen spin and get straightened back up there too. But I'll quote you from earlier, Big Al. Cautions breed cautions. As we've seen with caution 3 times.
Cautions breed cautions, baby. All day, every day. You know, it's just about trying to be there at the end of this thing, just to try to kind of stay out of it and hope that you can find a little bit of salvation here. Just waiting on these guys to make their way back around. Hard fought battle for Miglin. I mean, we had a lot of guys up front of this thing tonight that were just out there trying to see if they could bring it home, man. And it was, like I said, it was anybody's race to win. Mr. Miglin won it instead. He took advantage of that. He made it happen. As they're going to be coming across the line, Daniel Miglin's going to be your winner. Corbin Reich, he is going to come across in second. Jake Caron, that's going to be your top three. As we'll be watching to see the 4 cars celebrate. Hopefully he is going to burn it down. Make his way slowly back around, getting a little love tap. You watch the unofficial results come back across your screen. And there's your shot name. Burn it down. Well earned victory. Hard fought. These guys came out here, man, and I'm going to tell you, they gave us a show. And that 4 car, he got tagged, he got smacked around. He had hands on him, but he still was able to bring that thing home. So look at our official results here. Justin Johnson going to be coming across in 11th with Caden Watts. In 12th, 13th place shows Jeremy Higgins. Dean Wedeking, 3 laps down in 15th. 16th place shows Tony Adaluca, also 3 laps down. Derek Darby, 14th. 17th, Austin Gruel. 18th, Mike Fahey. Sean Roberts and King Couch round out the top 20.
21st, we'll have Daniel Higgins. In 22nd, comes across with Jordan Taylor. 23rd, Paul Boomershine falling after a great run up front early on. Then you'll have 24th in Greg Wojcinski, Austin Mice behind them in 25th. Jacob C. Watson falling down the order to 26th. 27th, Chris Klein. 28th, Colin Clary. 29th, Eric Billingham. 31st is Chris Coleman.
All right. 32nd is going to be Mike Higgins. Nicholas Don Francesco comes across the 32nd. 33rd is Alan Swan, and Brian Mice rounds out this 34-car field. With that all done, if we don't have to, I'm going to see if we can't go ahead and go right in. Okay, we're going to take a commercial break. I've already got the word from up top. We'll be right back after this.
Everything Simulated builds exceptional, high-end racing simulators, rather than manufacturing budget consumer parts. They are a premium Australian custom integrator that sources professional-grade hardware and delivers turnkey, fully constructed, and calibrated simulator packages directly to your door. If you have the budget and want a no-compromise, professional-grade setup without the immense hassle of sourcing, building, and troubleshooting compatible parts yourself, they are an excellent choice. What makes their simulators great? Top-tier components. They build their rigs using premium, industrial-strength frames, like Simrigs and Trailracer rigs, high-torque direct-drive wheelbases from Simagic, Simacube, Conspit, Moza and Acetec in very realistic-feeling hydraulic and load cell pedal sets. Everything simulated. No hassle turnkey service. Building a high-end simulator is as complex as building a custom PC. They handle the entire process, including custom frame assembly, routing cables, configuring software, delivery, and in-home installation. Extreme immersion options. They offer advanced configurations that include quad-screen monitor setups, also specialized haptic feedback systems, which shake the pedals and mimic ABS brakes or engine rumble, and full D-Box/Dynamics motion platforms that physically tilt and move to replicate actual track G-forces. Choose Everything Simulated if you want a professional, race-ready cockpit.
And we are back right now. Going to be lining up for our post-race show. go ahead and bring in Corbin Reich, and he is going to be joined in the booth by none other than our very own Jake Atkinson. Jake.
Hey, Corbin, it's Jake in the booth. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right. Definitely sitting up here from the edge of my seat watching that finish. Can you take us through, how do you feel after that sort of finish of going through your 2 green-white checkers?
I was definitely surprised that I was able to hold in that top 6 on that first one, and then I don't know really what happened with that lap car coming all the way up to the front in that first green-white checker, but it kind of helped me out, I guess, get to that second place finish. Rear tires spun on that last green flag start, so I don't know if it would have went green if I would have been able to hold off the guys behind me, but I was lucky enough to have that yellow flag come out.
It's definitely good to see you here on the podium. Have you got any shout outs to sponsors, anyone back home, anyone watching you'd like to shout out tonight?
Just Drew and Justin for putting on the league, and you guys, of course, always. You guys are fantastic. I like watching you guys, listening to you guys while we race, but also, to everybody that comes out. It's the turnouts for every race is just wonderful.
We're glad to see you on the podium. Hopefully we'll see you again on the podium and speak to you again next week.
I hope so.
We'll bring up our first place of Daniel Wigan now. I'll hand it over to you, Big Al.
All right, that was Corbin Reich there, our second place finisher. Now I'm be joined in the booth by none other than Daniel Miglin. Daniel Miglin, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Good evening.
Hey, man, not as good as it is for you. You started this thing up front here in 5th place, man. I'm going to tell you, it was a long battle. We knew that was going to be the case going into this thing. The old Atlanta is not forgiving. It's going to be a race of endurance, right? So how did you guys approach this thing coming in here tonight?
Oh, man, I got so many lucky breaks. So from the start, I actually got an EOL penalty for an incident at Talladega. So I had to race up from the front or from the back. So I didn't really have any time to save tire on the first stint. And then I took my second set of tires earlier than anyone else. And without those last 2 cautions coming out, I didn't even have enough gas to make it to the finish line under full throttle.
So you used everything. You about used everything that you had in the arsenal there tonight to get it done. I was preparing for this just because you got to go back to get to the old Atlanta, and a lot of things have changed, but the track hasn't. So taking a new config back to the old track, what were the challenges with that?
I was saying to my team, this feels like the only track on all of iRacing that you can drive the Gen 7 with the throttle. Usually you're fighting a tight condition and just trying not to let it plow into the outside wall, and today it just wanted to spin on you. So drivers who were able to really feather the throttle were rewarded.
Yeah, definitely, man. You guys made it look easy. A lot of lead changes, man. A lot of things going on down there, but you were able to keep your nose clean and bring this thing home here, which is no small feat. Congratulations again to you and your team. Who you shouting out here tonight for your overall dominant performance and your win at Retro Atlanta?
As always, Team Watson Racing Setups.
Okay, Team Watson Racing Setups. Hey, well, I tell you what, Daniel, thank you again, man. It was a pleasure to watch you. As I always say, don't party too hard. We'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot. See you guys.
All right, that was Daniel Miglin, our winner here tonight. And man, what a race it was. Sorry, I don't think we ran down the top 10. Let's hit the top 10 one more time before we roll out of here, just so we can get those guys' names in. Oh, can't do that. Don't worry about it. Hey, what you got, Jake? What do you got here in closing?
Once again, it was another great race. Looking forward to next week when we go to Richmond Raceway. Have fun up here with you, commentating each week in the booth. Just want to remind the drivers to make sure that they fill out all their details and anything else so that we, up here in the booth, we can put all of their pretty pictures around. Other than that, ready to get to the hotel room, and come back next week.
All right. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks everybody for taking time out of their busy schedule, coming down here, cheering on your drivers. Thanks to drivers, man, for coming out here, giving us most of your attention. Going to need a little bit more. Some of you guys going to have to roll through, fix those profiles for us. If you got a driver that's down here driving, tell them, say, hey, get your profile pic in, man. We want to see you. Want to see your face. Want to be able to talk about you, and I can't do it until you get me the info. Love you guys again. Love the Lonestar Racing series, and I tell you what, next week we're going to be back at Richmond, going to be doing big things on a small track. Till then, don't party too hard. This is Big Al out.